to the WAAAGH I'm Captain Grubbins. Yes, Grubbins did it. You ever see a grot captain before? You have now, and it was oh so natural.
It was beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, we're doing the final little recap of tonight's, tonight we're doing the final recap of the Ork WaaaRghPG that we've been doing, the Freeboota WaaaRghPG. Joining me today, we got Cork.
Yo, okay. So I'm on camera right now, and I'm short because I just want to show and reveal the new Warhammer shirt I got. So here we go. Listeners, I'm sorry, this is video. We're just gonna take a gander at that.
Spiteful.
I approve.
I got
I approve.
it for like $8 on Mercari. So for listeners who cannot see me, it is a weather forecast for Istvan 3. And it has the week forecast, and it's like nice. And at the last one, it's like 3,000 degrees Celsius, and it's on fire. So, anyways, good to be here.
Love it. Yeah, no, great shirt. You also are wearing Morkius's character's peacock on your head there, so that's nice.
I've got the pirate hat because it is spooky season. We got the fun pumpkin spice candle going, flickering lights. I'm sipping some cider. Let's go, baby.
Do you have the flag that you're supposed to be wearing?
What flag?
I don't know, the one you had to wear for a cape.
Oh, yeah. Long story short, I had to wear a cape for like 6 months long at my job because I got nat 20'd. So I was like, on a nat 20, you have to wear this pirate cape or a pirate flag as a cape. And it like lasted 6 months. It was great.
It was peak.
Nice. We also got Logan.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, nice. Good to have you for this final little what if scenario and all of the little
and
things.
everything.
Yes. All leggy across your screen. That's always fun too. Very nice
is it because of the background?
Yeah. Huh.
I'm a ghost. I'm the ghost of Logan.
That's your costume. Very nice. Okay, I like that.
Yep, I'm a ghost.
And we also got Gerald. Yo.
Hello, all you stinky gits.
Mangler. Pain boy extraordinaire.
Short-term captain, but now first matey.
Yes. Yeah, we had a great time. I can't wait to reveal some secrets about, what did I think this RPG was going to get up to? Grubbins at the beginning and then what happened. Very different. Other things, I'm sure you guys had plots and schemes, and we'll see how they all played out and where you ended up and stuff. But before we get into all that final stuff, we do some quick housekeeping. Come check out our Discord.
It's nice. We have well over 3,000 members, I believe, at this point. So we have some fun events going on, and it's an overall good time. So why aren't you signed up? Are you a Futhiumi? You need a good company.
And you could have seen the panic that was Mark saying, "This is the final episode tonight." This is the final episode for our little RPG. And everybody thought the podcast was ending, so you missed out if you're not in there. But it's on you.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I've seen people who I haven't seen in a long time pop up saying, "What the heck?"
See, and that's what I was saying. So I told these guys, I was like, every now and then, you just have to drop a little bit of a hint that you might be dead, or a little bit of a hint that you're out of the relationship, because then they appreciate you. Is it manipulation?
One of our hosts has cancer, but I'm not telling who.
Okay.
Oh
my! Wow. Okay. Not what I was
Editors saying. At 4:30, clip all that. Just clip it all out.
Yeah. What Mark meant to say is one of our hosts is a Cancer, and yes, I was born in July. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I always misspeak, silly guy.
I'm like, here you go. Here's a little bit, and Mark's like, cool. Let's take the mile.
Let's ruin this.
Yikes.
Oh boy. Well, if you guys want to join the insanity and get to see our beautiful faces, please jump on Patreon. So Patreon, you can join the Imperial Tithe, support the show. If you like what we do here and want to shell out some appreciation, we would love that. Ad-free versions of all episodes are only $2.50 a month. That's it for the Patreon. If you want to go video versions, that's $5 a month. But there's more to it than that. Logan, tell the good people what they get.
If you do join the $5 a month, you get to be part of the live chat, and you can see us argue with longtime fans about how we say things, whether or not something's a dinosaur or not. Yeah, I'm still a little bitter about that.
What?
You don't remember that?
Oh.
My favorite dinosaur, and the one I picked was not a dinosaur, but it has "sore" in its name, so I got learned.
That's like saying Cankersaur is my favorite dinosaur. Cankersaurus.
It do be that way sometimes. But yeah, the other fun benefit is at the end of the show, you're allowed to call in and be a part of the show. So for $5 a month, you can come hang out with us virtually, like we're all hanging out now.
Yeah, maybe somebody can call in and give their best orc pirate voice. You know, I just seen Grim in the chat there. Maybe it wasn't. It was Grim Lore, but I'm sure Grim's out there eventually. But yeah, you know, if you got a nice, fun orc voice, I'd love to hear it. So yeah.
Wow. Which we found is not easy to do, by the way. Like, you think it's an easy task. It is not.
No, you'll kill your voice right away.
Yeah.
You know, with Grubbins, it's even worse. I feel like you have to go even high and like raspy. It's not good. I every time I was trying to like character develop his voice, I kept going Golem from Lord of the Rings. I'm like, no, it can't be that. It can't be that.
So I realized where Morpheus's voice came from.
Kermit the Frog.
Jeez.
No,
all the voices.
It came from. So I was watching another YouTuber called Smokey MCC, and he was making fun of a lol cow, and to mock her, he goes, "Oh my god!" all the time. So I was thinking that all day long, and then I came in here, couldn't remember the voice I was gonna do, and that's what just came to me. Was so I went with it.
I got to give credit to Brody for mine, because
I like how he tries to do the really sneaky git voice.
So instead of doing the bombastic orc voice that I normally do, I tried to go with that one. So thank you, Brody, if you're listening to this.
Sneaky git.
It feels right. It's kind of a soothing voice for a pain boy to have. You know, doctors should have soothing voices.
Just like your voice there, Logan, was fitting too. Like, man, if you're any other orc, I would have crumped you right then and there. But you weird voice, so we're like,
it worked perfectly.
It was perfect, and what was even more perfect was the at. So
yes, the at.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple messages saying they're like, I don't know if I like it or if it's gonna grow on me. And then like it's slowly growing on them. Now they're hearing it in their dreams. Like it's not good.
You gotta believe in the vision. I believe you guys
believe in the vision.
Just had to get chat to believe.
That's right.
And it's all we're orcs. It's all about the power of belief, man.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, what a fun RPG we had. There's some comical stuff like that could happen, like losing a limb and then just sewing it back on, where that can be a little harder in some RPG settings. You know, you lose that in a fantasy world, and that's game over, son.
Yeah, I liked when you wanted him to throw the flare and he threw you instead down a hallway.
Yeah,
that was one of my.
Or almost off a mountain.
Almost off the mountain.
Just graph throwing Grubbins is just like the running joke the entire campaign.
Absolute cinema.
Yeah, jeez, love it.
Oh man.
So Gerald, you've got. We've highlighted it here. You've got an orc.
Oh. I completely forgot I put that in the notes. Okay, so to begin this, I have a very funny orc joke that I found on Instagram. I will credit the guy later, but it basically goes like this. Hold on, I need water.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
So the boss called us a bunch of stupid gits. So we decided to write our instructions in red. Now, red makes things go faster. So the boss was thinking, we're going to learn things faster. But then, everything slowed down because after fighting, we all just sat down and started talking and contemplating life. Even good old Bazog over there, he got really sad and depressed, and then he crumped himself. So now the boss says, now we just can't read no more.
What?
I don't know if that's a joke, but I love it. Like, it's an antidote, maybe an orc antidote.
The question is, why can't orcs read? There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Real banger. I love it.
Um,
I think you can tell that one at kids' parties too and everything. And
it
it's gonna
works.
be a
It's a
great
family event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works. Yeah. Oh man. So in today's episode, we're gonna start off by asking the GM, our Dungeon Daddy Court, any loose ends and some other things. We're gonna take a look behind the curtain and see some what ifs. And then we got some questions for the players, like character reflection. What was your favorite thing about playing at Ork Freeboota? You know, just some stuff like that. Their experience, some what ifs or alternate dice rolls where you're like, I wish I nailed that one.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a couple where you're like just hoping for the greatness and then you fumble. And that's in and of itself great. And then just we got some questions for both the GM and the players. So we kind of just go through these lists and we can all just round table this. But yeah, the first ones are kind of for you there, Court.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of focus on loose ends and world building. Was there anything that you guys were like, okay, that didn't quite make sense, or that felt like a bigger build up, or for me, my example is I feel like at the very first episode, we were just kind of getting into the flow of things, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended and we were supposed to go to a mountain. The second one we pick up going to a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like it was a big deal, this mountain, but then we kind of were up there and then we kind of just left. And I was like, okay, maybe was there something more up there? Or like,
Yeah.
did we just
So if we cover that one specifically, I would say, I think timeline wise, it was we dragged the first battle on a little bit, and so I think what I wanted was either for you guys to end the session number 1, crash landed on the planet, and then figuring out what to do, which I think we kind of did, but
yeah, we pretty close. Yeah.
yeah, but the goal really was to get you guys already crashed on the planet, summiting up the mountain, and basically end there, so that it wouldn't feel like it's more of kind of an episode 2 culmination. Like I wanted it to kind of bookend that first one. Yeah, the summit itself
That's fair.
was more just so you guys could find the outpost, so that you could find the Imperial Guard kind of outpost station. But I think it is very tough when you plan a one shot, like when you go, okay, this is just going to be our one shot for the night, and we'll see. And we never really thought of it that way. I think we said that this is probably going to be like 2, maybe 3, but it ended up being 4. So it's
Sorry.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough for sure to figure out the length of an RPG session in total. Figuring out the kind of pacing as far as like that's where we can end for this night. If it doesn't go there, then we should end it here. That's very important. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's
that pretty much
tough.
answered it. Like they like it was just a pacing thing. You didn't really have it because like we started that adventure on episode 2, like getting there, but then makes sense. We were supposed to already be there, but we got extracted.
Yeah, which I mean is cool. And realistically, like the battle in the beginning, I think was pretty important just to kind of get the flow of mechanics and your guys' characters. And that's what I wanted to do, was start with action. Because when you start with action, it gives you more of a chance to kind of find your character, what they're doing, versus, all right, you guys are all in a room together. Go.
Talk.
Yeah, talk. And
yeah,
then
I think that's the best way to start it, because it also gives the players in the audience something more exciting than just, hi, I'm a weird boy.
Yeah.
What do you do?
It just makes me think of was it Summoner Geeks? There's like, if you've never heard of this, go on like YouTube and just type in Summoner Geeks D&D. And there's a funny little like clip where they're like, it's these guys playing D&D, but it's in it's in like 3D animation or something, and they're like, Okay, so you enter the door to the north, and you see in front of you a elf with gray eyes, and he's like, "No, it says I have gray eyes, but I have blue eyes." He's like, "Okay," and then now you guys can talk, and it's just really awkward. They're like, "Hello, hello, I am Morkius, the feathered one. Hello," like it's just you want to start with action. Setting the scene is good. So,
And that's just perfect. And that's just perfect for orcs in general. So
oh yeah,
like
True.
if you had tried the opening for the other one that Mark, Christian, and I did with that, it wouldn't have worked.
Mm-mm.
We're all just
No.
locked up, just
Yeah,
try to rip our own arm off to get out.
Right.
But yeah, whatever. That'd be crazy.
yeah. So yeah, timing's a tough thing, and I think just as advice for anybody that wants to do like GMing and stuff, find your bookmarks that where like you could end it here if you need to, and that's your session ending, and it would still be good. You want to leave on like a question, like every good episode of TV that's at least linear, like there's a full narrative versus just it being episodic, kind of ends on a question. Like Game of Thrones, watch Game of Thrones. At the end of every episode, it's like, yes, but
Who's sleeping with who?
yeah, what? A little bit of a
Yes.
question.
The answer to that is always
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Did anything surprise you about how the story turned out?
that's a good question. I think yes, there should always be surprises. Like as a GM, you want to know what could happen, but you want to have fun with it too. Like the fun is when things don't go the way you thought, because then you're on your toes, then you have to improvise, then you have to kind of like figure out what to do. And there's a bit of that. So things that surprised me would be how into your characters you guys were. And I mean that as a compliment, because I think we all kind of went like, okay, Grubbins is going to be a grot, but like, is he going to, like, my thought truly was like, is he going to be able to do much? Like, he's a grot amongst two big orcs. Is he going to kind of sit back and just like watch and be weak and whatnot? And no, he was a major player, like absolutely major player. Morkius, I was like with Logan's character, the biggest surprise there was this fucking hat. Like
I've never seen that kind of love before.
I
Honestly, I took home new lessons for my wife. Like, it's true
To be
love.
fair, it was a really cool hat.
yeah. I didn't know how that was going to play into things emotionally, and it did. Like, and we'll get into that because I think there's a few questions and answers that will kind of get into the emotions of it. But I think that part worked out really well, as far as like the hat is another character. It was like Gerald's skull. What was it? Leonard. It was like a Leonard. So that was a big surprise. And I think for my surprise, at least with Gerald's character, was the voice. Like 100% committed. That's what I mean. You guys all kind of had your committed voices, but like, sick or not sick, you were doing it. And I know you didn't feel well in one of those episodes.
I was recovering from a
Damn it.
Yeah,
I'm already
there it is. There it is.
No.
I was recovering from a nasty bout of Nurgle.
Yeah.
Not pleasant.
The level of commitment, I love that. Like, sometimes we were just stupid orcs, and we're not gonna figure that one out. Like, good luck. So we're playing to stuff like that, or just really getting into that character of there's no way these orcs are gonna be doing that. They're gonna just start running forward, or whatever it get up to. I feel like we're always making very orky choices.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as far as story goes, I would say there was probably not a lot of surprises. I think there were moments where I was like, oh, that didn't hit as hard as I wanted it to. But there was also moments where I was like, oh, that hit way harder than I wanted it to. Specifically, like, I'll say this. I think one of the bigger surprises was Grubbin's like vicious backstabbing, literally like conniving kind of ways. Like when he's like, cool, there's some Imperial guardsmen that are in this ship. I'm going to go slit their throats. And then I'm going to decorate the ship with their skulls. I was like, oh, damn. Okay. Yeah. So,
I really appreciate orc culture.
yeah. I also think I was a little surprised that none of you guys died.
We almost did.
There
a
were
few
times.
times.
Almost.
Yeah.
We got reduced to 0, but we didn't die.
Yeah. And luckily enough, because I think, if you roll a 4 on the D4 for 0, you die. And I think someone got a 1. So, yes.
Was it one time we like derailed you pretty hard that you just did not see it coming?
So there was, I'd say this. I wouldn't say derailed, but there was one thing where like so the captain hands over this like map, essentially, like the really cool like constellation scroll thing, and you guys are like, and it's like, yeah, he hands over this thing and it's got constellations, you don't know what it is, it's data scroll something, and you're like, okay, cool, I pocket it. And then what else does he have? Okay, what does he got? And it's like, key point in the fucking story, like he basically hands you a treasure map, and you guys basically, like, it's Rey handing Luke the fucking lightsaber, and then he throws it behind him.
What else you got?
Yeah, what else you got? Like, I couldn't believe it. So
so funny.
and I every now and then I hinted, I was just like, okay, so who has who, just out of curiosity, who has the data scroll thing? And like, I don't know, who has it? And then you guys like didn't even fucking care.
I'm not going to lie. I took kind of the same approach I have at work with that. You kept saying who has it, and I thought I don't, so it's not my problem.
Oh my gosh.
Back to my text message. That's so funny. Yeah.
It's not me.
That was supposed to be such a key thing where like he trusts you and he hands this to you, and you're like, all right, well, do you have any gum? Like,
We were so into playing our orc characters that we just did not realize how important that thing was.
Yeah.
So
We were too into the role play.
yeah, that didn't super work. And then derailing, I mean, I think so. The moment that you guys like killed I forget his fucking name, but he was in the caves with you.
That was not we. That was entirely
Sids.
me.
Yeah,
That was
that's right.
entirely me.
So the moment like you were like, I am going to bash Sids, I was like, great, because he's not a good character. He's very selfish, but he wasn't meant to like necessarily like kill you guys. He was meant to kind of like take the data scroll and leave you, which we'll get into like motives and stuff. But like when you were Logan, when you were like, okay, I checked to make sure he's dead, right? Like, I don't want him coming back. And I was like, God damn it. Like, I want him coming back. So I was like, yeah, you think he's dead. You think he's dead.
Then I'm like, that's not what I said.
I know. And I just tried to gloss over it. Like, yeah, you're pretty sure.
It's fine. Sure. I got to kill him again later.
Yeah. But that was something I was very excited about, was like the idea that Sids would shoot the hat. I was very like, I kind of, I had no idea
on that cliffhanger.
Yep. I had no idea that was going to happen, but the fact that like you went to kill him, I was like, okay, well, he's not going to like that. So let's try and pull some emotion. And Logan's been playing up this hat thing and its connection. Let's kill the hat. Let's kill the hat.
You tried,
and
so
I
hard.
wanted to kill the hat. I wanted to have this like tearful moment of like, it looks up at you with just terror and sadness
Oh
and longing, and
no!
like you're holding your child in your arms, and the kid just looks up at you like, "Can't you save me?" And your eyes only say, "I wish I could."
That's horrific.
You know, I wanted it
Jeez.
so bad.
And didn't I just teleport behind him and hit
Oh,
him
man.
again?
Yeah. Yep. So
But then it almost died to the Eldritch Abomination.
It did almost die to the abomination,
Yeah.
yep.
but I got
Did
to
you
talk the DM into letting me do something ridiculous that
Yeah.
was great for us.
did you have a favorite character in NPC to play?
Not really, to be honest, because at least with this scenario, like, I mean, Sid's was fun to play because you guys made him fun to play, like the villain kind of. But this was not going to be a very NPC heavy story. This was meant to be you guys central, and then everybody else was really just kind of auxiliary, and I didn't really want anybody to stand out, except you guys made Sid's kind of stand out in the way that he became the villain. I did wrestle with the idea of having other orcs join you guys, like having an NPC orc be part of the crew, and the reason behind that also is, and in Pirate Borg they kind of talk about this, and there's another group that I saw that ran a Pirate Borg campaign that did this too. If you have NPCs that are part of the crew, if one of you guys dies, you just take over as that NPC. You are now that character.
That makes it nice, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not shove it in some other new orc that just fell from heaven.
Yeah, like, you forgot about Jim, the orc who's been following you the whole time. Hey, like, it wouldn't make sense. So I think that's a fun little DM tip too, is if you can throw in NPCs, non-playable characters for those who don't speak RPG, if you can throw them into the party that are kind of around the party and are able, like if someone was to die, take over that body, great. So
cool.
Yeah.
Or like another RPG character is, if I didn't play a grot, that'd be a good RPG character for the GM to play as a grot, where they can kind of lead the orcs, but they have no say, they have no power.
Yeah.
Like they're not talking to nobody, they're not doing anything. But if things kind of like, what are we doing? Then you can kind of give a helpful nudge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're not just trying to give storylines, you're actually giving like in character kind of motivation. Yeah.
What was the biggest challenge of running this campaign?
I would say I mean, kind of like seeing what you guys would do. Like, I felt like, again, the data scroll thing was like, cool, you guys are pirate orcs, here's a fucking map. It should have been like giving a terrorist a gun and a Molotov cocktail. Like, here you go. But instead it was like, here's a remote control. And you're like, cool, where's the TV? No, don't have it? All right, whatever. So that was a challenge to try and like give you guys direction. But I would say the biggest challenge is just rolling with the punches, and making sure you guys have a good picture of where you are, making sure you guys understand kind of like what you're supposed to do, because I think one of the worst things you can do as a GM is, one of the best things you could do is give mystery. Like, don't give answers, but one of the worst things is giving ambiguity of just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do at all. Like, I guess we'll go do this, XYZ when you plan for ABC.
I found too, like, you almost have to know your player's level of detail as well. So it's like, how in detail are they going to make this walk in the forest? Are they going to start picking up rocks, like, or are they more like, you're walking through the forest, okay, so I walk through the forest,
Yeah,
I walk until something happens? Like what is that level of detail that the players are actually kind of willing to go into? You want to read into that too. So it kind of makes it tough being the GM, obviously, but
yeah. I mean, the biggest challenge is coming up with it too. I mean, again, like I prefaced in the beginning of this was not a custom adventure. This was a customization of a pre-built adventure from Pirate Borg. And the adventure is called Buried in the Bahamas, which is just kind of like one part of this. But I wanted to kind of design something that like customize something that was already pre-built, because it's easier, especially when we're trying something new like this. So, coming up with reasons for you guys, coming up with fun backstories of like, I mean, it's fun, but it is challenging. Like, okay, you guys what should I have them fight in the beginning? Like, what would be a worthy, fun adversary that is not just like, cool, here's a bunch of chaos demons, like Necron.
Probably spiders, wolves,
like
maybe a crab.
Yeah. So like it's funny because in the Pirate Borg adventure, the way it kicks off is that they're being boarded by skeletons, like pirate skeletons. And I was like, okay, well, that's fucking perfect, because we'll just make them Necrons. And I'll have to redo stat lines and everything, but that was cool. So there's challenges of making things feel like 40K when it's coming from a system that is not 40K.
Sure.
Yeah.
Were there any plot lines or mysteries or story arcs that you kind of hinted at and we never got to, or like any standouts?
Yeah. So I think the big one that was never really discussed was, so I'm going back in my notes here. So Port Naya, and just to kind of spell everything out pretty plainly, Port Naya is a rogue trader port. So it is ex-Imperial or Imperium. So I think in the beginning it was talking about like, it was saying the Emperor's reach is far but not infinite, and it was like a code word, and it was basically saying like when their tractor beam pulling you into the dock, it was basically like, you guys aren't Imperium, right? Like, because we're not either, but we're not this chaos shit. Like, we're our own thing. So it was kind of like a rogue trader outpost, port rather, and the whole thing was like, so Gerald J. Kinsley was the ex-Imperial Guard deserter. So he's the one that I think met you guys at the hangar. And he works for SIDS. And SIDS, we know, kind of became one of the villains. But the whole thing was, like, there was orcs there that you guys saw. And what I wanted was that you guys would come back victorious and they would join your crew, which happened, but it, I think, didn't happen in the way that made it as obvious or victorious. And the whole point with SIDS was he was looking for an artifact of importance, a Xenos artifact. They had hacked in on transmissions from the Necrons from a source known as the Infinite, which I'm sure we could all guess who that is. Somebody who likes to collect things. And so he wanted to use you guys, kind of knowing that you had the data scroll, to basically go in and get whatever this is. Like, there was a bit of a mystery where he thought that you guys might be carrying this like digiscroll, and wanted to basically either take it from you guys or use you to get to that location, and use you guys as kind of like the hired muscle. But yeah, his whole thing was like somehow got into Xenos communication. Trazen had sent out something about an artifact, and he was like, what? I want that. Which is why you guys were fighting Necrons in the first place. So yeah, it really didn't pan out that much.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's
funny.
okay.
Like, I don't think any of us asked any questions. Like, we're like, "What the spooky skelly boys?" Like,
Yeah.
that's all we needed.
Yeah.
So I thought we were gonna have to fight the orcs when we got planet side. That's what I was emotionally getting ready for, was to deal with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think we were talking crap on our way out.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I said it or I told Grubbins to do it, but I think someone said we should blow a kiss at them on our way
Yeah.
out. I don't know if we did or not.
Well,
Yeah.
and that whole scene at Port Naya was really, it was supposed to be a bit of action break, so there should have been some role playing there, but it was also like I didn't want too much. It really should just set up the story of like, you guys have a map and he wants it and maybe knows where the location is on this map because he could recognize it if you guys show him. And then it was like, let's go to wherever it is. So it could have, I just wanted it to be some role play stuff because I knew that you guys were going to kill the Imperial Guard on the desert planet. Like they shouldn't have spoken at all. Like there should have been no interaction with you guys, just death. And I think also, I know we're going back and forth a little bit, but I think improvisation, that Imperial ship that came down, that was not planned at all. That was off the cuff. Like it felt like there wasn't enough action in that moment. So I was like, let's, and you guys weren't trying to build a ship. I don't think there was
No, we were trying to build shelter.
Yeah, which I was wondering. I was like, oh, maybe they can try and build a ship or something. And like, with their orc psychic dumb magic powers. But like, nope, no one did that. So, well, I got to give them let's give them a way off this planet.
In my head, a mech would have built the ship. We didn't have a mech.
Yeah.
So to me, making shelter was the way to go.
Yeah, never occurred
Didn't
to
have
me.
a mech boy.
Yeah.
Did not have a mech.
a mech boy.
Next time, player 4, you're a mech.
Yeah. Yep.
It felt like it all kind of flowed pretty naturally. Did you feel like it evolved naturally and the story ended how you wanted and all that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it definitely ended the way I wanted in the sense of like the conclusion. I think I was hoping for more emotion out of it, and I think we got it a little bit with like the artifact and like Grubbins becoming like a big grot, like like kind of leveling up was fun. I wanted the hat to die. I wanted the hat to die.
You couldn't separate the love, dude. It was too strong.
I know, but and it wasn't even that like I hate this character. No, I loved the hat. I just wanted it dead because I wanted to give you something to work off of. And
well, that was your mistake because it gave me the strength and power to almost one shot the big boss.
Well, it's a good thing you had a captain that was also a pain boy in past life.
Right?
I did.
Yeah.
He could have brought the hat back. Oh my gosh, a cyborg thing where he sewed the hat to me so it's living off my blood.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Yikes.
Yeah.
If there was there any moments that we failed, key moments, that we passed? Sorry, I worded that weird. Any moments that we passed, if we failed, we would have like died or like, I don't know, anything crazy like that. How close were we?
I mean, there was times where you guys were close to death. I think. I mean, again, I keep saying the hat should have died. Like I wanted him to shoot the hat and kill it, but you fucking rolled like an 18 or something. You had like 5 18s in a row,
Dude.
Yeah,
the last night, my dice were so hot and
gosh.
Gerald's were so bad.
Yeah.
You took my good rolls,
Like
man.
statistically, all the dice rolls were correct. It's just I got all the good and Gerald got all the bad. And for listeners who missed it, I literally had to pick up my dice tray, turn the camera down to prove, I just rolled a nat 20. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
And Gerald's over here. 3,
Yep.
3, 4.
Yeah. So I think big moments would be like teleporting behind Sid's, killing him, like actually killing him.
No regrets.
There was I forget exactly when it was, but I know there was a moment for Grubbins where it was like, okay, you need to roll good on this, otherwise it's not going to happen. And I forget if it was you like jumping or something like that. I think it was at the
I
last
think
battle.
there's, yeah, like where I wanted to get thrown up to a stalagmite.
I know you
and then,
missed
like, catch
that.
it.
You missed that
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was another really important one that he got
Mm.
clutched up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
it?
Oh yeah. I had to roll twice for one for accuracy and then another one for strength. I made it for accuracy, but because I failed the strength, he didn't get impaled on the stalactite.
Yeah. Oh, when you didn't you throw Grubbins and he nearly fell off the cliff? That was it.
Yeah.
I think that was one where like
Yep.
you threw him, and if he didn't like,
Oh, that's right. He had to do a tumble.
he had to do like cat
Yeah.
tumble, and if he didn't, I was
Yeah.
like, well, I guess you hear his scream fade off in the distance as he plummets to the ground.
Yeah, that would have been so wild. Like, it was just.
Oh man.
What happened? Well, in episode 1, we yeeted the grot
Yeah.
off the map. So
God dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hilarious thing was Graf wasn't even trying to be like malicious towards the grot. Like at worst, he was just like stupidly ignorant.
Yeah.
So the whole discussion about, oh, we must go to the twinkle. And then we all came up with the idea of like, why don't we just fly to the twinkle? Oh, the grot can fly? Okay, here you go.
Yep.
Boom. Yeah. It was classic. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That was big. That was big for sure.
Yeah. Well, before we move to the players, we got one more question for you. Do
Mhm.
you have a favorite moment?
I mean, you nearly getting thrown off a cliff was one of my favorite moments.
Very good.
Ending on the hat being shot at was one of my favorite
Ooh.
moments.
As a GM, that's really
that's-
good for you.
That was I was like, oh,
straight soap opera music playing.
like that's how we're
Just-
gonna end it. Yes.
So good.
It's so simple, but I was so thankful for it that Graf Mangler basically tried to staple a leg onto his leg. Like I was so thankful for that because that just felt very Orky. And that I like that we made the decision that one of the legs wasn't exactly the same leg, so he was kind of like hobbling. Yeah,
nice.
And that also led to my really crappy rolls that last session too. So.
Yes. Yeah.
Rotting orc leg. Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah, I don't know. There was definitely some good moments. It was good. But I think
Yeah,
my favorite thing truly was just that you guys really leaned into your characters, and they were all so different. And the idea that the captainry kind of passed around, like it was your captain who then died, and then it became like Graf, and then it became Grubbins and Morkius. I think you were it for like a moment, and then it was really mostly Grubbins.
No, I never really cared, but I was constantly disrespectful to the grot, even when we lost the captain.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why are you listening to the halfling?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Quiet. Adults are talking.
Yeah.
How dare you? Well, let's jump to the orcs, the main orcs. I guess we'll just kind of each answer these questions. What was the goal of your character at the start, and did they achieve it? We'll start with Gerald.
Graf didn't really have any major goals this entire session. It was just do some good crumping, do some good looting, get some teeth, and do some experiments, which he did all of the above. So he pretty much did what he set out to do.
But
Yeah, I think so.
But he had some secrecy, right?
He did. He did a little bit. He had the good stuff that was basically steroids / Emperor's Children levels of drugs. But then he also had like a scroll, like he found that was clearly like chaos symbols on it. Because I was anticipating like that next to last session was going to be some kind of cave that had like chaos stuff on it. And then when you were talking about Court, when you were talking about like blood brings promise, promise change brings change, change brings blood. I was like, okay, we're about to fight a bunch of corn stuff. So I'm like, oh, is Graf going to fall to corn because he really wants to crump right now?
Yeah, and that line,
that's
by
what
the
I
way,
was thinking. But that's what I was thinking. But it never went there. So.
Well, and that line, the blood brings promise, promise, like I fucking made that up on the spot. I was like, oh God, now I gotta, okay, well, blood brings promise and promise brings change.
So
And I was like, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, I made that up on the spot. Thank you.
It was good.
Love it. Classic. Logan, what about you? Did you have a goal at the start and did you achieve it?
So in all RPGs, I'm kind of just a little chaos gremlin. I want to have fun and see what happens. So the fact that I got to have a hat that talked to me and I got to just have fun with that was really my only goal, was to have fun and keep the narrative going. So
okay,
it was a good time for me.
Nice. Okay, well, for Grubbins, yeah, his goal was, believe it or not to become the captain. It was to make you two battle over the captaincy, whisper on one shoulder, go whisper on the other. And I was gonna see if I could pitch you two against each other. And I thought of that as soon as that was my original concept. But then when I seen the character sheet and I seen Sneaky Git, my special rule, then I'm like, well, that changes everything.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be the captain now. So no, my original goal was not achieved because I wanted to see if I could get you guys to kill each other over the captain.
That would have been really funny because you would have been like, "Hey, you want to be the captain?" I'm like, "No, I don't care. Just keep going."
Then he maybe would have been like, "No, you should be captain.
Come on,
you should be."
You look
he's
great.
wasting his special ability to get me to want to be captain. So I'll fight the pain boy.
Yeah.
How do you think your character changed over the course of the game, or did they even?
Ooh.
I think we're all pretty consistent, really.
Yeah, I don't think mine changed really that much.
I kind of feel like mine developed as I play, because I always start a campaign with an idea, but then I like to see, where the character goes, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it just, I think the end product was pretty funny, but I don't know if I would say he changed much throughout it, so much as he came into his own.
Yeah, and like even with orcs, it's hard to make like a dynamic story, where he learned a lesson and he really made the hero's journey.
In 4 sessions, like in like a single adventure like this, you wouldn't expect to see a huge change. You would expect goals completed, but yeah, I would say you probably don't. I mean, you want it, but I wouldn't expect big change like that.
I mean, I'd make the argument for Grubbins. He went from just like a scrawny little crot that no one listens to almost a full-size orc and a captain.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
The little grot that could.
The little grot. I'll pull up some pictures here.
Oh, yes.
Maybe that makes sense. Let's do this one. This one is one of Morkius.
Okay, jump on the Patreon, guys, and then you can see it.
Yeah, peacock and all.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
That's pretty good.
I would do the next one.
Let's see.
This also could be Morkius.
Yeah.
Absolute peak right there.
That's what I pictured pretty much the entire time.
What a coincidence. Me too.
Yeah.
You also
because that's an AOS model and like I play AOS and now you do too. So I think we both were on that wavelength.
Well, that's the one that Marcos uses because he didn't want the resin weird boy, so he got that one.
This is Graf Mangler.
Yep.
He's got himself a nice beard squig.
Yeah, definitely daddy vibes.
Yeah. I'm just loading up the big old Grubbins.
Yeah, Grubbins had the biggest physical change too in the story.
Yeah, he grew up.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a picture of Grubbins. Yeah, so he buffed out.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
that buff.
Yep.
He's even got the needle.
Absolutely, yo.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey, he's even got the needle, eh?
Is he
10
just
out of 10.
wait? Can you zoom in on this? Is he just literally injecting himself like it almost looks like he's
Yeah.
shooting heroin.
Yeah, man, he's going hard.
Baby Link Corpse over there.
Wow.
We never elaborated what was in the good stuff. So.
I guess not. That's true. Lou Reed would be proud. So there you go.
Yeah, let's get one more quick zoom since I can zoom.
Yep. Oh, look at that. He is just finding that vein, and there we go. Shooting the smack.
Mess up.
Shooting up.
Oh, Grubbins, you silly little guy.
Yeah.
You rascal, you.
You rascal.
What was your guys' favorite thing about playing orcs specifically?
The lack of expectation.
What do you mean?
So like in other campaigns, it's like, okay, you're playing a paladin. Okay, I have to play a paladin a certain way. I have responsibilities. I have this, I have that. But we're all orcs, so the responsibility is crump, go with the crew, have fun. And then it's like, okay, what are the specialties? Okay, I'm a weird boy, so I have to be weird, and I have psychic powers.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like there's not a lot of extra stuff I have to manage on top of having fun playing the campaign.
Yeah, good call. What about you guys? Gerald, I'll go with you. Gerald.
I mean, basically kind of like what Logan said. There's not really any major expectations with the orcs. It's just and the freedom to kind of play them however you want, and it still somehow makes sense because one, it's orcs. Anything they believe becomes reality. Two, you can almost make anything lorically accurate in 40K when it comes to orcs, and it still works. Like, it shouldn't work, but it still works. So you get that freedom to really just kind of do whatever you want with it and just have fun.
Yeah. There's no penalty like, ooh, that's not in your alignment chart, or you're a paladin, you wouldn't do that. It's like, no, you're an orc. You could do like, oh, I punched Grubbins in the face.
Yeah.
Or Grubbins stabbed me in the leg, and be like, why did you do that? I don't know. The peacock squawked at him, so he stabbed me in the leg.
All right, on to the next thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We could do things and continue.
Yeah.
What
about you, Mike? What'd you think?
Yeah, I kind of will go with that vibe as well, where it wasn't quite chaos, where it's just like, just complete anarchy. But like you said, we could get away with just being rowdy, and that was definitely fun, where you don't have to worry too much about any repercussions. If we want to go on a murderous rampage in that bar on the Port Naya, that could have very well happened, and no one would have batted an eye,
I was stressed the whole time because I thought, all right, here comes the arrest arc. We're going to go to jail here. I was gearing up for a full-on prison riot, and it's like, oh, you have a mission, you're leaving. I'm like, are you sure, bro?
Yeah. Well, that was because, and now if you think about it, the whole thing was like, Sid's suspects you guys of having this data scroll, and then I think you guys were like, oh yeah, we have it. Here it is. And he's like, okay. You don't know what this is, do you? You're like, we forgot we had it. So it became less arrest and more like using you guys. But yeah.
You're out here doing all this work to give us plot points and stuff when we're just like, I don't know who had that.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you guys this sub question of like, what was your favorite thing of playing an orc? But separating freebootas, like let's take freebootas out of it and it's just orcs. Would that have changed how you created this character? Or did the Freeboota thing, was that just kind of like, we just happen to be Freebootas?
I think for me, I just happened to be a Freeboota.
Okay.
Because I was 100% running with the, I'm a weird boy, let's get weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me it was very much the same thing. It's like I just happened to be a Freeboota and had the nice shiny snatch gun. Otherwise, I more or less just played up the pain boy aspect of Graph.
Yeah.
Yeah, replace War Boss and Captain, and it wouldn't have been any different for Grubbins.
Oh, go ahead.
He would have been either trying to be a war boss or the captain. Either way, like just the title he's after. So, yeah, no, that's an interesting question. Like, how could we have made it more Freeboota-y?
Mm-hmm.
But
that's tough too, because
yeah.
I think with this, okay, so we talked a little bit about plot points that might have been missed. I think what I wanted for you guys as Freebootas was to gain your crew. Like, you're crewless, your captain's dead, you've kind of passed the title of captain back and forth a little bit. I think I definitely could have done a better job at making this culmination happen at the end, where it's like, now you have your crew, like, and not just like, and there it is, the end. But like, I think there's a little bit of like time discrepancies and stuff, but yeah, the end goal, it's funny, like, it's about the friends you made along the way, kind of was what I wanted, was like that you guys would come back victorious and basically say like, all users joining us now, and they're like, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah.
It's about the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit of Michael Caine almost right there. Back to
That's what it was. You did Michael Caine. That made me forget the voice I was going to do. The Smoky MCC imitating Fiachu came out instead.
Oh, goodness.
Michael Caine. Yeah. That's right. I listened to episode 1 of it the other day, and I was like, oh, I forgot about the Michael Caine thing. Yeah. Well, what were your guys' favorite like lines or moments for your character? We'll go with moments, like, yeah, and maybe they're the same thing, but like, what would you say you're like, that was my character's moment right there? Let's start with you, Mark.
I think for Grubbins, it wasn't all the sneaking and telling orcs what to do and tricking them. It was when he first like snuck up, killed the guy in the airplane, and took it. And it's like, no, he was the captain.
Yeah.
He was actually a captain. So I think that was it for Grubbins, where it's like, oh yes.
Mm-hmm. I agree. When that happened, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, that, because I think for a little while we kind of just, like, I don't want to say we pushed Grubbins aside, but there was this moment of like, I think before that I kind of had this moment of like, is he gonna get to do anything cool? Like, is he just gonna get thrown nearly off a cliff? Like, what's he gonna do? And then in that moment, you took control of the character and the decisive nature of like, this is mine now because I slit your fucking throat. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I just imagine that's how that would happen in like tabletop, or in, if you're in the 40K universe, you got these big orcs rampaging and all your focus is there, and then this sneaky little grot is either messing with your engines or just doing whatever.
Yep. Absolutely. Let's go with you, Logan. What was your
I had 2 that I really liked for my character.
You just got to be extra. I'm just kidding. I love you.
The first, well, because one was really funny and one was really funny and crucial to the plot. I guess technically both were. But when I got to teleport behind the guy that had already killed once and kill him again because he tried to shoot my hat, that was really fun. And then when you let me roll a hot roll and channel all my energy because my hat got hit and burn the rest of the banners to make the boss susceptible, the fact that worked was so great.
Yeah,
that
was good. I liked that.
Yeah.
Gerald, what about you?
Okay, I also have 2, just because I want to be extra like Logan.
True.
The like basically the first session after the ship crashed, and then Graf just stands up on one leg, doesn't even realize it, and he's just like, I'm fine, I got this, and just smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
And then once he finds out, I'm missing a leg, he just well, first he tries to weld on a new one, but then he's like, okay, that's not going to work. Okay, let's actually staple this on just by hammering bits of nails into his leg. He's like, okay, we got this.
That's so
and then
funny.
The second one, I think, was probably the second session was, I was actually close to death, but then I shot myself up with the green stuff to make Slanesh proud. Shout out to Lupercal TV if you're in the chat. and then just got a massive strength boost, and then just took the bone saw and just wailed on the gunner. So
Oh yeah, jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I had a question here that was a spin-off of what you guys had, but what I'm curious, being the GM and puppeteering you guys kind of in story and whatnot, was there anything that like shocked, surprised you? You were like, that is not where I thought we were going. Like anything that just kind of felt either good or bad, where you're like, that came out of nowhere, or that was like just a surprise completely in a good way. Either way.
Like I said earlier, leaving the rogue trader without having to fight our way out was shocking to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, okay, I guess we're leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially after the way we entered there, where we're like, you were like intentionally being antagonistic, almost, and be like, for the emperor, or just saying some of those types of things where they're like, no emperor here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought we wouldn't make it out of there without a fight either.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that was a weak moment in my storytelling. Was that whole setting, and but it was really just meant to be like the plot setup of like now we kind of know where we're going. But okay, all right.
It wasn't bad. Like at any moment, we could have destroyed that whole starport and you would have let us. So
I don't know about that.
You can't
I'm
stop
cast
the 18.
fireball at all the
I
windows.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there one moment that made us all laugh? I think it was probably the very first time I got chucked. Every time I got chucked, we all laughed, but
yeah, that was
first
great.
time was like nothing.
First time was best time.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of grot.
Oh man. Yeah.
It would have been.
That should be on all the merch from now on.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of grot.
It would have been funny. Gerald, didn't you throw grubbins like at the entrance of the cave kind of thing?
It was first time was the cliff. Yeah. The second time was like, the entrance of the cave when the door opened up. Mm-hmm. Grubbins was trying to hand me he was trying to hand me the flare, but because I failed like a presence check, I just chucked him and the flare.
Yeah. And what I should have done, like looking back, was I should have, because remember, like you guys like followed the directions and basically started right where you came back, because it was kind of like a chaotic, like Zinchi like maze thing. What I should have done was like have you throw him forward and then have him come up flying behind you.
Like, funny.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been so funny.
Yeah. And then the third time was I was trying to throw him at the ceiling at his direction. Yep.
Yeah. I do love that we have to recount how many times you've thrown him. Like, well, the first time was this. Yeah.
But it kind of worked because we had two buddy comedy things going on. We had Morpheus and the At, and Graph and Grubbins. Yep.
Both riding on top of their their shoulders or heads.
Only two of us walked the entire campaign. It was crazy.
Yep. Man. Yeah. Let's see. What else? I mean, was there a time that the dice betrayed or blessed you guys? I feel like the betrayal was all in the last episode with Gerald.
It was never. And the dice were average the whole game. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck you and your 5 18s in a row. Like, again, I couldn't believe it.
That's why I showed you on camera.
I know.
Video proof.
I know.
Yeah, the dice still could have been weighted, though. I've thought about that. I've been contemplating that. Yeah. Sure, you showed us, but...
Yeah.
We rolled it a bunch after, off camera, because, I was accused of this falsely. We rolled it a bunch and it was normal again. It was just because Gerald rolled bad. That's what I'm going with.
Mm-hmm.
And, there were peacock in my dice.
I withdraw my accusations.
Mm-hmm.
Court doesn't. I see him.
I should have killed you.
That was the mistake. Yeah.
What I was hoping for was like a nat 1 on you basically like doing the fireball and it like exploding you.
That would have been
That
fun.
would have been fun.
I did
That'd be
get
hilarious.
the session before. I got some bad rolls and at least won that one. I remember that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So it was just legitimately Gerald just gave me all of his good voodoo so that the hat would live and you'd be spited. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was really hoping one of us would have failed the needle roll, and I was really curious. I was really curious to see what Court would have just come up with for BS to and make it just like completely hilarious.
Yeah, it would have been okay. So if we had done that, let's follow that rabbit hole. If someone had nat one the steroid injection needle shit, whatever, whatever appendage you jabbed this needle in is now disintegrating. Like,
I was gonna do my neck.
Oh!
You said where'd you put? I would have got my neck.
Okay, let's roll with that for a moment. So you jam it into your neck, you nat one it. It's now dissolving your neck and your head is about to be severed. So it's not taking over your head itself. It's just going through horizontally your neck. Your head's about to fall off. You need to make a decision. Basically is what I
psychically transfer my consciousness to the peacock and have Groff tie the peacock to my neck.
Oh god.
And we would have
Just
made a
walking
roll
your
for that
body.
and we would have seen what happened. Yep.
That could have. Yep.
Well, who do you guys think would have won in a fight if all of your characters fought each other? I have my suspicion. I have chat. I need the chat on this one. Chat, let's get at you.
Yeah.
You guys have been
Here's a
chatting.
hold on, let me ask a qualifying question. For Grubbins, before or after he got the needle?
Before.
Okay.
Is the hat its own character or is it part of Morpheus?
I would say it's part of Morpheus.
Because I was going to say the hat was one, but okay.
Okay, so chat, who do you think is going to win in this battle? Grubbins, Morpheus, or Graf?
Poor guy.
I feel like I would kill Graf. He would hurt me badly, and then Grubbins would stab me.
It's just rock, paper,
afterwards.
scissors.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of. That feels like what like Grubbins would win, but it wouldn't be through his own might. It would be we kill each other, and he picks off the pieces.
I do think there might be that where it's like Morpheus can kill Graf.
Yeah.
Graf can kill Grubbins if he grabs him, and Grubbins can kill Morpheus.
Well, apparently Graf can't kill me. Damn near tried
That's
a few
true.
times.
Yeah.
Again, Graf wasn't being overtly malicious. He was just being stupid. So imagine if he was being malicious.
Oh god, yeah.
Now I'm picturing Graf like just a smiling friends thing. He just picks you up,
Twists and then spiking me.
Yeah, it goes on to me in the hat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yikes. Yeah.
I do like this question here. So, and we can kind of change the wording, but like, if you could redo one decision you made in the adventure, do a take back, try something different, what's your one regret, I guess? Hey, maybe not regret, but like, what would you have tried, not done? What do you think?
I didn't use teleport one session. I think that's the only regret I have.
Yeah, because it was a once per session rule, and you should.
It was a once per session thing, and I didn't use it once because I was saving it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why. It's like we're hour and a half in. I'm like, oh yeah, I should save this for later. There's not going to be a later. What am I doing?
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, for me, I think it would be go the original story route of see if I can get them to fight over the captain's hat.
Yeah.
And then become the best first mate ever. But there can only be two. So I had to whittle it down.
Yeah.
So that would have been fun to try to do. But
yeah, that's good. Okay.
think it would have been fun if I actually took the captain thing more seriously. Because again, Graf didn't really care either. He just wanted 3 things: crumpin, teeth, and experiments. So when he fell to the sneaky get thing, he was like, sure, I can roll with it.
Oh, Captain.
I feel like
It's so
Graf, like we talked about making the shirt that says "I'm not that kind of grot," but if Graf had a shirt, it would say like "Live, laugh, crump," and in the really dumb. I'm a big stickler when it comes to design and font choices. I've said this before, and I fucking hate terrible font choices. And it would be in that stupid basic white chick font where it's like this swirly kind of handwritten, and it's like gold and live, laugh, and then crump. Like
White.
it is. I'm sorry. If you can go on Instagram right now and you will find 30 middle-aged white women who have a fucking mug that says something like cat mom or like live, laugh, love, or something stupid to that effect, like home is where the coffee is, or something. It's there.
I hate that one. That one's hilarious.
Chat, DM me for Court's address so you can mail him stuff like that for Christmas.
I hate it so much.
Bonus points if you print your label with that font.
It just irritates me. There's like so 3 font. I know we're getting on a tangent, but there's like 3 or 4 font choices that I just go, that is always wrong. That is, doesn't matter.
Just like handwriting sets you off the deep end.
It's that. It's Comic Sans. It's Bleeding. Dang. Okay, now Bleeding Cowboys is a font that only works in one thing, and it's Mansions of Madness, my favorite board game of all time. It's the logo, it's the font, Bleeding Cowboys. But every fucking time I see it otherwise, it's some stupid local band who has their flyer up in the bathroom of the restaurant that you're at, and it looks so dumb. I hate it. Ugh. And Papyrus.
On games and horror stuff a lot.
Yeah, it's just overused, and that's the problem. Yep, there it is. Bleeding Cowboys. Ugh. But in Mansions of Madness, I will forgive it because it works. But otherwise, ugh.
Pretty.
Yeah. And we can get into that later. And when we do the episode of Get to Know Your co-host or whatever, we can do more of those things. But anyways, I digress. Yeah.
What other questions do we got here? Anything else?
I want to see what
covered a whole bunch, but
I want to see what the chat comes up with. Like, I think the chat should throw in some questions here. I've got some questions for you guys, but let chat jump at you.
Purge had a question specifically for
I
you.
know. I wanted to talk about that. So, Purge Seraph, mwah, love you, by the way. Purge asks, so what do we need to do to get a multi-seasonal RP with Dungeon Daddy? Even just saying it just got me a little excited. I got chills. I don't know. So I'll say this. Mark and I have talked about doing other stuff. I want to get back on old school Lorehammer episodes. I want to get back on talking about 40K. I love running games. That's like my favorite thing to do, basically.
Yeah, you're really good at it.
Thank you. I mean, I'm not a huge DM guy.
We had a blast.
I appreciate that. I'm not a huge DM, so we're getting there. But I just love running events and games and stuff. So I got to jump back on some Lorehammer stuff and actually talk 40K. But if you guys want more sessions like these, or just just a one shot, or you want to do something bigger or whatnot, and it's something that we could plan for, I would absolutely be open to it. And maybe we make it just a Patreon thing, because you guys have been so influential in this, and truly, like, we talked about incorporating the chat in this, and some of you guys had your names in this adventure. Like, I used some of your guys' names in this. So yeah, the Vistalon Fazaldis sector, that was one. Anyway, there's a bunch of fun hidden stuff in this, and if you can if you guys can find all the fun little hidden names and things, like, good at you. But yeah, so to answer your question, what do you guys need to do to have a multi-seasonal RP with Dungeon Daddy? You got to want it. That's it. I think for me, that's and I don't mean like you got to want it, ask for it. Like truly, like you guys, yeah, you got to believe. If you want it, like I'm willing, man. And so we can make something happen. I
wonder, like, you know, the honest truth of it always comes down to time and money. You know, but those two things can be battled. On Patreon, you can do like goals or whatever, and maybe we need to set a goal where it's like, if we reach this amount extra per month, I'll guarantee you like an RPG episode or something like that. Because like you said, it takes all this time and effort, and like these things don't just happen to make it interesting for us. And yeah,
maybe we do a campaign, and I don't mean that in the role-playing sense, but like a fundraising campaign to do something big, because it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work, and Mark has not only put time into this, hosting all of it and me running it, but like there's a financial aspect that goes into this. So if you guys want more RPG stuff, and what I would like to do is maybe we're kind of thinking out loud, but we can make it to where you guys are involved. The chat is involved. Listeners of the show are involved in this. So it's not just cool. We'll take your money, as you said, Purge, and here you go. I would like to, yes, take your money, but also involve you guys, because this is a community, and without you, there is no us.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
It'd be fun to have like just like random characters join us, you know. Random person in the bar that you meet. Oh, that's Purge Surfing. Let's see what wacky character he's gonna just throw at us real quick here.
Yep. There's like I don't know why, but I just picture Grim being like the like Hive City drunk, and just like, let me tell you about the time that I did. It's just like chatting you guys up, and
my God.
But then like you leave and you're like, where are my weapons? And then he's like gone. He's just stolen all your weapons.
He was drunk, but he's functional.
Yeah.
Why is Beetlejuice stealing my weapons?
Yeah.
Oh God. Checks out, he says. Hello.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah. There's been some people too in the Discord saying, how do I run a RPG for you guys and stuff? That all is very interesting, because that'd be fun to play with you, Court, and not have you run as well. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's all just time, and you got to do one kind of project at a time. But people love the RPGs. I love playing them, so I think we're going to try to continue doing something in some regards. Yeah.
What we need is we just need a good like $500,000, and we'll do a Lorehammer Festival.
Oh, there we go.
We'll just do like a weekend
in
Panama. Just
it doesn't take that much money to get a plane ticket. You guys are probably only spending $500 to get a flight down to me.
Man.
Then you just sleep in my lawn. It's fine.
The lawn.
Wake up to chickens pecking your face.
I was just gonna say, wake up, the chickens are there. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
The
Fresh
lizard,
eggs.
The giant monsters on the ceiling just.
Oh man.
Nope,
Yeah, it's a
don't
good
like
time.
that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I would love to do a Lorehammer thing down here, but something tells me moving a bunch of models all the way down to Central America would just suck for everyone. So
yeah, maybe. Firefest 2.0. Yes, absolutely. Grim.
Absolutely.
So just come down here with no belongings. That's what you need. Just come down here with the clothes on your back, and that's all.
And your hopes and dreams.
And your hopes and your dreams. I've been painting again. It's been nice. Speaking of hopes and dreams and just 40K and whatnot. Man,
Nice.
it's very nice painting.
Yeah, did you post any of that stuff, Mark? Because I know you sent me pictures, but did you post it on the Discord?
Yeah. I posted a couple pictures now. I'm
Okay.
almost getting to the point where it's like, oh, okay, that has paint all over the entire model and not just like primed.
It is cool though. I really like
Yeah.
the conversion too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was talking about it the last episode, so I won't go too much into it again. But yeah, man, hobby and 40K, it's so fun, so nice. If you do come down though to Panama, you definitely have to smuggle me some sprues and whatnot.
Yeah.
Going through TSA, like, yeah, we've got some plastic crack for our guy in Panama. You have what?
Dude, when I moved down here, I had a suitcase with 70 pounds of Warhammer sprues and like just off the sprue bits. And when the TSA guy, like Panamanian, opened the suitcase, I got the weirdest look. Like it was the only suitcase I had. Like I went like, what is this? And like I'm like, toys? I don't know what it is in Spanish.
You
Like,
described it as toys.
oh man, it was wild. It was wild.
Oh
It was
man.
a wild time. Yeah. Cool. Well, any other questions here that kind of spoke to you guys? I feel like we summed up a lot, man. It was a good time. I feel like the vibe is we want to do more.
Mhm.
Maybe people need to start coming up with like the overarching theme. Like this one was we're doing Freebootas. So what do we want to do next?
Well,
Ooh, the chat could pick the missions.
ooh,
That
I'm into that. I
Yeah.
have some ideas, but let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
So, firstly, do you like the Morkborg system?
I do. It's really clean
Mm.
and
Yeah, I just feel
simple.
like the rules don't matter essentially.
it's
which is
clean and
perfect.
it's simple, and there is not that much that you have to worry about or
Yeah.
think about. So
Yeah. Okay.
We could focus on the content and not on rule nitpickiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And I hope that comes across with listeners and the chat as well, like that your decisions have big influence, and your roles also do. But it's what I didn't want is I don't want, and this is not knocking D&D, but like I don't want there to be like, you know, add certain modifiers to this roll, and this roll has to be this dice, and this, like it shouldn't be that difficult. And I don't think D&D is very difficult, but like I'll say this. Okay, so my favorite, minus Morkborg, my favorite role-playing game is Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu is my favorite RPG, and I love it. However, the skills list in that is like 3 columns deep, and each column is like 15 skills. So you have like 45 skills that are kind of applicable to you, and they all have different like base stats. So I could be like, all right, Gerald, you open this tome, let's see, like you find that there's like a key here, like let's try your whatever skill, like I don't know, I'm doing terrible, but like, oh, lock picking. Okay, you come to a door, lock picking, do you have it? No, it's not one of your normal checked skills. Okay, so your base in it is like 5, and that's out of a D100. So you better roll fucking good. You need a 5 or less on a D100. Or like library use. Library use is literally a skill in Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, and
That's so funny.
can confirm. I played a session of Call of Cthulhu for a Grimlore Halloween special that's going to release on Friday.
Ooh.
And I saw it, like I saw the format on the Roll20 website. It's exactly how Court describes it.
Yeah.
For the listeners out there.
Well, do you know the Dewey Decimal System and how it operates? Yes or no?
So that, which is funny because Call of Cthulhu is typically set in the 1920s or like early 30s, and library knowledge and whatnot wasn't super common, and so to be like a educated like academic person, like you would need to know that. You need to research. There's obviously no internet, so you got to look up all the shit via books. But anyways, so Morkborg, I think, as the system works. My last question would be: have you guys had any interest in doing Wrath and Glory, or like Dark Heresy, something that's way more like that is 40K specific, but a completely different system?
Absolutely, yes. A Dark Heresy. It is a lot of fun.
Really?
Yes.
I'm always down for whatever, as long as I can have fun with it.
Yeah, like if we were in a room together and we weren't recording, Dark Heresy would be sweet, or any of those Fantasy Flight, but they're way too rules clunky to be recording and stuff.
Yeah.
I would find. But Wrath and Glory, I do like, if you took a very dumbed down version of that, I do like the dice pool concept of RPG games where I forget exactly how to describe them, but I feel those are clean, simple to operate, and you get some fun variation and all that.
Dice pool system stuff is really cool. They do it with is it Loot Studios? I think Loot Studios does the Arkham Horror RPG, which I have, and they also do shit. There's a couple more, but the dice pool thing is cool, where like you basically use dice to kind of as health, and so the less health you have, the more dice, or the less dice you have to roll
Oh, that's cool.
to try and succeed at stuff. And you can spend dice in different ways. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, and usually the
RPG.
dice aren't like they're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're like symbols, and there'd be like three of
Mhm.
one symbol. Like it's yeah,
Edge
they're
Studios. I'm
fun.
sorry, it's not Loot Studios that does Arkham Horror. I think I want. Maybe I'm thinking that Loot Studios did the minis, but yeah, Edge Studios does it. Yeah, so it's not like a 1 through 6 like Mark was saying. It's literally like different symbols on each one, and your character can lose dice in certain ways or spend dice in certain ways, and then at the end of the round, at least in Arkham Horror, like they refresh. So if you hit like if you have no dice, you basically go unconscious. So
That's super
it is cool. It is cool. It does make it harder though, like as far as what we're doing, because you know you're rolling multiple dice versus like I just need a single roll. Tell me what the result is.
I
You know,
suppose,
it
yeah,
for like kind of what we're doing, it's a little bit harder, I think, to kind of
yeah.
explain. So
Simple D6, I think it's called.
Mm.
It's exactly as it's described. Just a simple D6 RPG game where it's as simple as possible, where you got a couple stats, you got a couple skills, and yeah, very easy.
Cool.
But I think that's kind of the goal. Like I think most people would rather, in our groups anyways, would rather role play than get lost in the weeds of counting rations and
Yeah.
crunching numbers.
One thing I love about it is I think there was only one single time, I think, where I had to grab the rule book and look. Other than that, I never did. Like I just know how
Yeah,
this you can learn this system in like 20 minutes. And
yeah,
if you want to be
yeah.
specific on like charts and stuff, that's the fun thing about Morkborg is there's a ton of charts that you can roll on and just see what you get, what happens. But like there's
Okay.
oh, okay, Gerald, so you're firing that gun, which has a trajectory of this, and then okay, you're in this one. Yeah, let
Distance.
me. But you're
The
handicapped
curvature
with
of
your
the
left arm, so
earth,
let me see. Yeah,
the
leg. It's
wind.
his leg.
yeah,
Is Grubbins holding his arms in, or is he going to flail them around?
right.
Yeah, that wind resistance
Yeah,
matters.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be fun if you're in the right environment, but late at night when you're looking at a screen, not the right environment.
Mm, nope.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you fudge dice rolls, Court, for narrative reasons at a
Oh,
time?
that's
He
a
Purge?
does.
good question, Purge.
He
Do I
does.
fudge dice rolls for narrative reasons at time? I have, yes, I have. I think in this system, maybe a little less so because I think this system you want the chaos. Like you want the idea that you could just die at any moment. I would say rather than fudging dice rolls, I think I tend to stick with whatever the roll is, but will give leniency if needed on the result. So if you needed to pass and you failed, but story wise, this would have been really cool. Like it would have been really good and a win for everybody, listeners included. It's a no, but like yes, but this. So I think if it can serve the story, because here's the thing, like that's all we're trying to do is tell something fun. If it's a better moment to have, like I could have said, Sids shoots the hat, and there's nothing you can do. He dies.
You could.
And you would have ruined a friendship.
Yeah.
But you
would
could have done that.
Yeah.
I do remember one time while I heard it in your voice where the roll was bad,
Mhm.
but I heard you justifying in your head how you were going to let one of us live.
Yeah.
So I know you did at least once this campaign.
Yeah. And yeah, Logan knows me well enough where he could probably sense it because he's played. You've played like 3 campaigns with me, and I don't mean RPG, but like 40K, AOS, stuff like that. So yeah, like events that I've run. So you know me.
Yeah,
well.
I've been in a lot of events you've run, so I could tell when things have not gone the way you planned. And you're just like, okay.
Yeah. So that
I find fudging enemies' HP is always easy too. Like they have no idea how much. Just hit them all day, or So
you're like, I need this to last 3 rounds of combat, and they've killed him on the first player. Okay, I guess they're just going to be slugging it out for a while because narratively he needs to be here.
Yeah.
Or things like so. This isn't fudging dice rolls, but I think like just moving things along, like Logan, when you basically burned all the rest of the banners, like. Did we need you guys to individually take actions and go and burn it? No, you figured out that will weaken this thing. And like, it's a cooler epic moment to just have it happen like the last 3 banners at once. Like, we don't need you to keep going, you know?
I was playing into your love of narratives. I'm like, okay, most DMs would say no to this, but he's going to think it's really cool. So I'm going to get away with it.
Absolutely. Cool.
Very cool. Yeah, well,
Purge has another question.
Oh, that's always
I like this question.
Is there a way we could get collab with Grim and Court for a narrative battle on Tabletop Simulator?
Oh.
For $5 a month, you'll find out.
We've been kind of Well, Court, you can answer it now.
Yeah, I mean, yes, there is always a way. There's always a way. Yeah, for sure.
There's always a way. We've been talking about doing some battles on the Discord, small stuff. You know, at one point we were talking about the Liber Malleus battling off some good versus the evil and stuff. But there's a couple other options we've been fooling around with, but nothing manifest yet.
Like you say, narrative something, I'm in. I don't do regular. Like I'm a big fan of extra. So yeah. And Logan knows because like every time I do like a 40K tournament or event, it's like, okay, you guys all know the rules. Cool. We're going to add these other elements in now.
Also, you guys have to wear a hat and costumes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He did. There was one tournament. He made everybody wear costumes to it.
Well, he showed up with a hat on. There's candlelight right now. And now without his hat, now it's just... There we go.
There we go.
He lost the feather because he was unworthy of that.
I got it. Yeah.
I'm adding a personal note that we have to include Court in a major possible heretical event. Mark knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to say stuff without saying stuff, but Gerald knows. So.
Is that happening? Is it finally happening?
It's finally happening.
You might be involved in it too there, Logan, so who knows?
Maybe. I don't know.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. You tell me.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
Don't worry about
Sleep now, my sweet prince.
Hey,
good.
did we tell you, Court? No?
Don't worry about
it.
That's like, you're on need to know basis, and you don't need to know.
Don't worry. Your pretty little face, okay? Right. For $5 a month, you guys can see his pretty little face and watch him not worry about it.
Yeah. So unbothered. Cool. Well, fun episode. We hope to do plenty more. Like I said, message, email, Discord us, Facebook. However, Discord, what kind of ideas you want us to do? What kind of RPG you want us to get up to? What kind of adventure? Do you want us to do some like gritty crime fighting one? Maybe we will. Be a bunch of superheroes beating up a bunch of hive gangers. We could do whatever we want. But send us some fun messages.
Wait,
check out
wait. Sorry, I just had a weird. I just had a weird game design idea where you're all citizens of what the fuck is Nostromo, right? Where of you're all citizens of Nostromo. and you have to like go from building or city to city and whatnot. But like the the NPC, which is just constantly getting rolled, is Conrad Kurz, and if he lands on your space, you just die. He just like slits your throat. You're all criminals like trying to do heists throughout the board, and he's just coming to get you.
I'm in.
That'd be funny.
I love it. Yeah. So email anything you want, and
Anyways.
we'll get
There
on
we
it,
go.
man. Cool. Yeah. Come check out Lorehammer Listener podcast. We do homebrew lore. Come check it out there.
And then come check out the Grim Lore podcast. We talk about Warhammer Fantasy, some Age of Sigmar, all that kind of fun stuff. And we have a very special couple of Halloween specials coming out on Friday. So stay tuned.
And if you want to hear about cryptids, conspiracies, or other mysteries, come check me out on YouTube at Hydra Thoughts. Having a good old time over there.
And if you want a high five, here you go. Love you guys. I love the listeners. I love the chat. And thank you guys. By the way, thank you guys. I know we're like, yeah, thanks, Court, for running it. You guys were the fucking stars. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark, for making this happen. This was a pipe dream, and we did it thanks to you. Logan, thank you for the insanity, for the weirdness that you brought. And Gerald, thank you for committing. Like you gave up your voice. You had fun ideas, and it made things even crazier. So thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
Well, thank you kindly, sir.
Thank you.
Mike.